Sometimes you see large groups doing fun things all around the ship, and you assume that they're with a group cruise or maybe even a family cruise. But guess what? They're not. Stick around with me today, and I'm going to show you exactly what they're up to with these secret events, and I'm going to show you how to join in on the fun. Maybe you've seen these groups of passengers doing duck exchanges, scavenger hunts, slot pulls, bar crawls, and so on. So you check your app and you look through the cruise planner, but you don't see any type of event listed. What's going on? How can you join? Let me explain. Cruisers, you may not be aware of these secret events because they're actually planned and hosted by your fellow passengers. That's right. What type of events do other passengers host? All kinds. I'm going to show you some of the more popular ones. Some are events for every age group, and others are for those a little bit older. So let's start out with the one that's fun for everyone. The first one we're going to talk about is a gift exchange. You're actually asked to bring a small store-bought item, or you can even hand make something in the price range of $1 to $3. Now, there is normally a limit on how many people can participate, so that keeps the cost rather low. Everyone would hang a bag on their cabin door, and each participant then delivers an item to each person that's participating in the gift exchange. Normally, gift giving is at your convenience. Some people do it at the very beginning of the cruise, and others do it all throughout the cruise. Some even wait until the last night. Just be sure to read your gift exchange rules, and the host will let you know exactly what's being done for your event. It's a lot of fun to come back after dinner or an excursion and find a little surprise outside your door. Some gifts that you possibly could receive are things like beach towel clips, magnets, cups, hats even. Some people make keychains or even handmade gifts. So the sky is the limit. Just stick with your price range and get creative. You'll be surprised at what you get in your bag when you come back to your cabin. The next one is for adults only. So this is the bar crawl. You all know what a bar crawl is. They're a lot of fun. The last one that I participated in was actually on a St. Patty's Day cruise, and it was a riot. So the host, she determined the date, time, and which bar we started at. And you will all meet as a group for the crawl. The host actually gave out small gifts for everyone, and we went around and did quick introductions. Here's one of the gifts that we got on our bar crawl. So we all wore these so we could identify who was participating. That was actually really fun. You will then move as a group from bar to bar to bar on the ship. Depending on the size of the ship, of course, depends on how many bars that you're going to be visiting. We spent about 20 to 30 minutes at each stop, getting to know one another, making new friends. We had the best time. You can drop out at any time. You're not expected to do the entire bar crawl, especially let's say you're on a big mega ship like the Symphony of the Seas or the Icon of the Seas, where they might have more than 20 bars. I know when we were on ours, we started around 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we stopped around 5 because we had an earlier dinner time. Other people kept going. But you know what? We made a lot of great friends, and some I'm sure will end up being lifelong friends. Even if you don't drink, join the fun. You could just go bar to bar talking to all these new people and drink soda. Drink whatever it is that you like to drink. It doesn't have to be alcohol. Now remember, you are paying for your own drinks. It is not a sponsored event. You pay for your own drinks and you just travel with your new friends. Oh, and before I forget, this is a great thing for solo cruisers to do or singles. Get out there, join those bar crawls. Again, you don't have to drink if you don't want to, but it is a really nice time where everybody's getting together. You know, you learn so much about each other. And then if you do it early enough in your cruise, you'll see these people throughout the day, throughout your cruise, maybe even on another excursion, and you'll start hanging out or at least recognizing faces. So have fun with your bar crawl. So the next one that you might see is a duck exchange. Now, I'm sure you have all heard about hiding and finding ducks on cruise ships by now, right? If you haven't, check out my video about participating in this cruise long scavenger hunt. I'll put a link down below in the description, and I'll try to link it here in the video as well. If you are not lucky enough to find a duck in the wild, or your kids are driving you crazy because they can't seem to find a duck, well, guess what? The duck exchanges are perfect because you are guaranteed to come back with a new duck. So what you do, it's really easy. You just bring your best duck and you label your duck. You can put a tag on it, or you could just write on it, whatever you want. But a lot of people put where they're from, what ship you're on, and what your sailing date is. So your group actually meets in a predetermined location on the ship, and the host will collect all the ducks. So normally they'll have a table set up and everybody puts their ducks out. Then in a random order, they'll select a participant to come up first. They get to pick a duck. The entire thing is really quick, probably 10 or 15 minutes. But the point is, you bring your duck and you get to come home with something different as a little souvenir from the cruise. And if the kids are driving you crazy about finding ducks, you're going to have a duck for each one of them. So if you bring 4 people to the duck swap, then you're bringing 4 ducks with you. So it's just another exchange. The kids love it, so they can keep their ducks, or they can even hide it again if they'd like to. So are you new to my channel, or are you coming back for more? I'm glad you're here. Just do me a favor. If you're having a good time, hit that like button and subscribe. That way you're always reminded when a new video comes out. And having that notification bell turned on just gives you a notification that I've posted a new video. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. So hey, look, we got our own group thing going on right here, right? The next passenger hosted event is a shot glass exchange. Believe it or not, it sort of works like the duck hunt, but you're asked to bring a shot glass that represents you in some way, where you live, and it could be a location where you're from, it could be the state college, or it could even be a food that your state is known for. So you bring a shot glass with you on the ship, and when everybody gets to the designated location, you introduce yourself and you show your shot glass and you explain why you brought the glass that you did. So it's just another fun way for everyone to get to know each other. And then by random draw, you're asked to come up front one at a time, and you get to pick whichever, I almost said duck. We're not talking about ducks, we're talking about shot glasses. So you get to pick whatever shot glass you like, and you get to sit down. The next person would go up. Now, it's kind of like that white elephant at Christmas time. If somebody else is going up and they look at the rest of the shot glasses, but they really like the one that you picked, guess what? You got it. They can steal it. So they will come right over and take that shot glass that you were so proud, this is what I got here, that you were so proud to get, and they're going to take it away from you, and then you get to go pick another one. So this process continues until everybody in the group has done it. It is fun. We had a lot of fun. There was this one shot glass that I loved. It was this blinged out, I don't even know how to explain it, but it had all these rhinestones and stuff all over it. It was really cool. I wanted the shot glass, so I did get it for a minute. And then somebody else's name was called to go up, and then they came, they looked at the table, then they looked over at me, and they took it. So they got to take that shot glass away from me, and then I got to go back up and pick another glass. And I think that shot glass got passed between maybe 5 people before finally that last person actually got to keep that shot glass. We met a ton of people, and that was the same St. Patrick's Day cruise that I was on. There's all kinds of fun, and I'm going to try to find a picture of us, of the group, so you guys can see. You just go home with a shot glass that, you know, represented somebody else, somebody else's state, somebody else's college, somebody else's food. It's just another way to get to know people, and it's a lot of fun. Plus you get to come home with a new shot glass. Here's a quick look at our group's shot exchange. It was fun. We had a lot of girls that were just graduating from college, so they were participating, and we did get to meet a lot of new friends during that hosted event. Next up, slot pools. Have you ever been in the casino or walked through the casino on a cruise ship and you see all these people standing around one machine and cheering each other on, and you just don't know what's happening? That's a slot pool. It is different than the casino hosted slot tournament, because this again is hosted by a cruiser just like yourself. So what happens is they set a time and a date, and they pick how much money everyone's going to be using to put into the slot machine. So for example, if I was going to host a casino slot pool, I might say It's a $20 per person entry. So everyone would come up to me in the casino. I would have a chart, put your name, that you paid your $20. We collect all the money. Once all the money is collected, we determine which slot machine we're going to use. And then depending on how many people are participating, you each get to do 1 or 2 pools, sometimes 3, depending on how much money you're winning. It's a lot of fun. Everybody gets to come up, take their turn. We all cheer each other on. And the fun thing is, if you happen to get lucky and you get a jackpot, well, it's split amongst your group. The person who organized this event, they're probably using their SeaPass card or their set sail card. Whatever ship you're on calls it something different, right? Whichever one you're putting on that slot machine, they're taking advantage of the points that you're earning by all the money that you've put into this machine. But if you hit a jackpot, they are also the one that has to pay the 15%. I think if you hit a jackpot of $1,200 or more, it's considered to be a jackpot. The host would more than likely take that off the top of any winnings so they can pay that, and then the rest is handed out to you guys. In addition to winning money that you're going to split, depending on who's hosting your event, some of them bring prizes, and they give prizes out to the top 5 people who got the most money during their time at the machine. So that, again, it's another fun way to meet people. People that are out there cruising by yourself, join these things. It is so much fun, and you won't feel like you're cruising alone. Now that we went over some of these fun activities that you might be seeing happening on the ship and you never really knew how to participate, let me show you. So once you book your cruise, hop over to Facebook. Search in Facebook by your ship name and the cruise date. You're going to see a page dedicated to your cruise, and join that cruise's page. This is a page that just another passenger like yourself set up as soon as they booked the cruise. And you get to share the excitement with everyone who is going on your cruise. And sometimes, I think I'm in a group right now, we're not even sailing until the end of August of 2025. But we already have a group going. We're already posting countdowns, who's doing this, is there going to be a slot pool? Like, we're already getting things done and getting things together. So it's just a fun way to anticipate your cruise. So I'm going to show you what this in my system here, what it looks like on my Facebook page. There's tabs across it, and you want to go to the one called events. This is where you're going to see all the events listed for your cruise. You're going to see the name of the event. You're going to see the date, the time, and any directions that the host has provided. If there is any money involved whatsoever, like the slot pool, you'll also see that. You can decide if you want to join or not. You can push the going button, you can push interested, or you can push not going, or you don't need to push any buttons. It's strictly up to you. There's no pressure. Plus, you're not paying any money up front, so you can always change your mind. You even have a way when you're in there, if you sign up for something and you don't want to forget, because I've done that before. I signed up for something that I really, really wanted to do. And what happened was, once I got on the ship, I was so excited about everything else around me that I forgot about my event. So if you go in there, usually there's a way to add it to your iPhone calendar or your Android calendar. That way, when you're on the cruise, if you're using your smartphone, it'll pop up as a reminder. If you don't use your phone on a cruise, that's fine. Just write it down and you won't forget to go to your event. Now, if you happen to get to your page pretty early, or maybe you just don't have a lot of people planning events, take the plunge. Go ahead, organize one for yourself. You can even type in and ask somebody else, hey, I'm interested in hosting a slot pool, or I'm interested in doing the duck exchange. Is there anybody else that wants to help me? They're going to help you. People jump in. They love doing this stuff, I'm telling you. Just go ahead. Take the risk. You're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to be so happy that you did. And not only does it make your cruise, you've made somebody else's cruise as well. I always like to give you guys a bonus at the end of the videos. So this is a bonus that you can do with your group. You don't have to do this on Facebook, and you don't have to include anyone else but your own group of people. So I always do a scavenger hunt for the group that I'm with. I've done it for years. Everybody expects it. I bring little prizes and we have a good time. So I'm going to go ahead and post a scavenger hunt for you guys, and I'll put the link to it down in the comments or down in the description. Go ahead and click on that, and it's going to open up a PDF for you, and you can use that scavenger hunt. I'm going to try to make it as generic as possible, because every ship is different. And typically when I create a scavenger hunt for my family and for my friends, I do it based on the ship I'm on because I know what things are on each ship. So maybe when I'm building this thing, I will make it so you can fill out some things for yourself. So have a good time with that. I hope you enjoyed learning about some of these hosted events by your fellow passengers, and maybe I'll even see you on the next cruise doing a bar crawl or a duck exchange or any number of events. Maybe you will even host my next event. Well, that's all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to y'all soon. So if you're out there on a cruise, you know what I say. Happy sailing.